stop throwing that card around like, I take care of you.
It's supposed to be a partnership.
I take care. Guess what, baby?
It's supposed to be a partnership.
And I wrote you a check out for a year on the mortgage. You didn't want to take it, which leads me to believe that you play the money card to put me in my place.
If you've been watching Married in Medicine, you already know Quad Webb and Dr. Simone Whitmore have had their fair share of ups and downs. Once upon a time, they were laughing, gossiping, and standing together. But somewhere along the way, things shifted. And this season, that tension has exploded into something bigger than we've ever seen before. For weeks, there's been this undercurrent of drama between them. You could see the small jabs, the side comments, the moments where you just knew something was happening, and now it's all out in the open.
It is amazing to me at times how disconnected my husband is from what a marriage should look like, what it should feel like, what actually needs to be invested in order for it to continue to grow and be fruitful.
Now, we could say this fight came out of nowhere, but let's be real. Quad and Simone's relationship has been cracking for a while, and this season, those cracks turned into full-blown earthquakes. It all started when Quad began pulling away from the group. Whether it was intentional or not, Simone felt the distance and didn't like it. The ladies have always been tight-knit, even with their usual drama, but Quad's absence started to feel less like space and more like avoidance. She wasn't showing up as much, and when she did, she had this energy like she was there but not there. And for someone like Simone, that's a problem. Simone's the type to say what's on her mind, and she wasn't about to let this slide. She started calling Quad out, questioning why she was so distant and why she acted like she didn't need the group. At first, it was subtle, little comments, lighthearted jabs, but when Quad kept brushing it off, that's when Simone's patience started wearing thin. The tension only got worse when the other ladies started noticing it too. Some were siding with Simone, agreeing that Quad had been acting a little too above it all. Others, they were defending Quad, saying she had her reasons for staying back. Either way, the group was splitting, and things were getting messier by the day. And then, the moment that had everyone's jaws on the floor. 1 minute, it's just another heated conversation. The next, Simone is coming for Quad's neck. It all went down at a group gathering because of course it did. You know how these sit-downs always go. Everybody's trying to play nice at first, but by the time the wine is flowing, the gloves are off. Simone finally let loose, telling Quad straight up, "You've been giving us your ass to kiss," and you know that hit a nerve. Quad immediately snapped back, "Excuse me? Who exactly have I been kissing up to? Because it sure hasn't been you." At that point, the room got real quiet. It was one of those moments where you can feel the shift, like things just got real and there's no coming back from it. Simone wasn't done. "You act like you're too good for this group, like we're just extras in the Quad Webb show." Quad wasn't having it. She said, "I don't have time for these fake accusations. If I wanted to distance myself, trust me, you wouldn't see me at all." The tension was thick and the other ladies were stuck. Some were looking away, others were watching like it was a front row seat to the biggest showdown of the season. And honestly, it kind of was.
It probably is a lot for him to see me being happy and have a handsome man who's young and strong. And should I not be allowed to say those things because my ex-husband is sitting here with his new wife? Nobody didn't have that type of grace for me when they was parading around.
Just when you thought it couldn't get messier, the Married to Medicine reunion trailer said, "Hold my stethoscope." Because if you thought Quad and Simone were done, oh no, this was just the warm-up. The teaser gave us just enough chaos to know this reunion is about to be a battlefield. Andy Cohen, as always, tried to play peacemaker, but let's be honest, he was just there for the front row drama like the rest of us. And with the way the tension between Quad and Simone has been building, there was no way they were going to sit on that reunion couch and not go at it. One of the biggest moments teased, Quad and Simone, round 2. The unfinished business from their explosive argument spills over, and this time, they're not holding anything back. The clip shows Simone still coming for Quad's attitude, accusing her of acting like she's above the group, and Quad was locked and loaded, throwing shots right back. Simone's voice cuts through the chaos. "You alienate yourself and then act like the victim, Quad." Coy, without missing a beat, fires back. "Oh, so now I'm the problem? Maybe take a look at who's actually been stirring the pot, Simone." And listen, You could feel the tension through the screen. Even the other cast members looked like they didn't know whether to step in or let them go at it. But the real moment that had everyone gagged, always standing up, throwing her hands in the air and saying, "I'm not about to keep explaining myself to people who don't even listen."
He's not changed.
Yeah, I just turned around and made sure he didn't say shut the f up to you.
If you would have told me that that was going to happen last night, I would have been like, whoa.
Y'all, it was giving storming off the set energy, and if we know anything about Married to Medicine reunions, when things reach that level, it's serious. But hold up, this isn't just about one argument. This fight is a symptom of a much bigger issue because, let's be real, is this really just about Quad distancing herself, or is there deeper resentment bubbling under the surface? See, Quad's been on her own wave lately, new relationships, new business moves, and honestly, she hasn't been as involved with the group drama. But Simone? She's always been the type to value loyalty and friendships, and to her, Quad's actions don't scream loyal. They scream, "I'm too good for y'all now." And then there's the elephant in the room, outside relationships stirring the pot. Quad's been seeing someone new, and that's definitely shifted her focus. Meanwhile, Simone has stayed loyal to certain cast members, which only makes this divide even messier. So the real question is, can they fix this, or is this officially the end? Because let's be honest, we've seen fights before, but this one feels different. Friendships have survived worse on this show, but something about Quad and Simone's fallout just hits differently. And if the reunion tells us anything, neither one of them is backing down anytime soon.
You're talking about material things when I'm telling you about appreciation.
And I'm telling you, you didn't appreciate that.
If you want to make this a monetary thing, love is not a monetary thing.
Well, you said
need
I
to
don't
get that.
appreciate
Love is being connected with a person. Please hear me.
You ain't connected
Love
with
is
me
being-
when I
I'm
do
asking-
stuff for
I'm
you
asking-
and you don't admit
You're
it.
talking about
That ain't connected with
things.
me. When I'm out here busting my ass all the time working and I'm paying all these bills and I'm paying and taking care of you, I've been taking care of you since the day I met you.
Y'all know the Married to Medicine fan base is not quiet about their opinions. The second that episode aired, social media went crazy. Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, everywhere you turn, people had thoughts about this Quad B Simone situation. Some fans are riding with Simone, saying she was just speaking facts. They feel like Quad has been distant and acting like she's above the group. One Twitter user wrote, "Simone was saying what the rest of the ladies were too scared to say. Quad wants to come around when it benefits her, but when it's time to actually bond, she's MIA. Call it out, sis." And honestly, a lot of fans agree. They feel like Quad picks and chooses when she wants to be part of the group, and when Simone finally called her out, it was long overdue. A user stated, "Quad been moving funny. Simone just said what everyone else was thinking. She only shows up when it benefits her." Another one added, "Simone is doing the most. Quad ain't gotta be up under y'all 24/7 to be considered a real friend. Let her live." But then there's Team Quad, and her supporters, they think Simone went way too far with how she handled things. Some fans believe Simone wasn't trying to fix anything, she just wanted to be messy. One Reddit user said, "Simone needs to stop acting like she's some victim. She's been shady towards Quad for seasons. Now she's mad that Quad doesn't care anymore." Some even feel like Simone was intentionally coming for Quad because she knew it would get a reaction. And let's be real, on reality TV, the loudest arguments get the most attention. But the biggest debate? Who actually wrong here? So let's settle this. Team Quad or Team Simone? Drop your pick in the comments, because the way the internet is split, we need receipts to see where y'all stand. The tea is boiling, but where does this leave Quad and Simone? Is there any chance they can fix this, or are we looking at a permanent friendship funeral? Because let's be real, some reality TV fights end in hugs and apologies. Others, they go down in history as the moment when a friendship officially died. And right now, this one's looking real shaky. The big question now is, what's next? Will Quad and Simone actually talk things out, or is this fight just the beginning of a much bigger divide in the group? How will the other ladies react moving forward? We already saw some of them picking sides, so is this about to split the whole friend circle down the middle? And most importantly, what new drama is about to unfold next? Because if this season has taught us anything, it's that the mess is far from over. But now, it's your turn. Do y'all think Simone was justified, or did Quad get unfairly attacked? Let me know in the comments. That's all for today. See you in the next one.